So this was brought to my attention the other day, and I almost couldn't believe it. So I went and looked it up, and it is true. The average price of a car today, a new car in America, is between $48,000 and $50,000. Let's call it $50,000 for a new car. Average price. I'm not talking about luxury, exotic, any of that. So it's the average of all of it. So basically, regular traffic, $50,000. This has got me thinking. So I looked it up. The average income. Household income in America, and it's like 77.7. So let's round that up to 80. Let's just be generous, more generous with the income than we are with the price, right? $80,000 to $50,000. So if the average income household buys a car, that's the average price, a new car, they're going to be spending a lot of time paying for that car. So I try to do some math. I'm not the greatest at math. You can correct me in the comments, but out of $80,000, $50,000 is going to be about 7.5 months of value of your work, right? So 7.5 months doesn't leave a lot of time to pay the bills. The power bill, the house, the phone bills, the insurance, all that stuff, right? Because we didn't even talk about the insurance. You got to carry full coverage on a new car, guys. So the insurance is going to be more expensive as well. Most people are not buying this car straight up. So they're making payments. There's interest payments. So there's interest. There's insurance. This thing's going to cost way more than $50,000, right? So these are, to me, this is outrageous. Like, this is crazy, right? Like, who's actually doing this? Who is actually buying these cars is what I want to know. And hopefully it is not the person with the average household income, right? Of course, but it is possible. I have seen crazier things. I know people that have car payments that are pretty up there, like way up there, based on credit, things like that, but the income isn't way up there. And it's like, dude, so you're gonna basically be on the hamster wheel for this thing, right? And I think this is part of the idea is to keep people on the hamster wheel. And it's not that, I don't know if the car companies are like sitting there like, we're gonna keep them like working whatever forever, but I think it's a combination of a lot of different things that produces this reality that we're in. But guys, I mean, a new car, $50,000. Think of the things you could buy for $50,000. Think about this is also a depreciating thing. It's not an asset. I would say it's a liability, right? I mean, if you think about it in financial terms, they go down in value. They break all the time. I got cars, they break all the time. Like, I mean, they're older cars, but I mean, I'm always fixing them. The Civic right now has an issue. I got to work on it. Maybe we'll talk about it later. The Pontiac I got the dash all taken apart. I'm working on electrical issues with that, right? There's cars break, man. They just break. And even if it's a new car, it's going to break. And if you are making payments and say it's going to take 5 years to pay it off, I don't know much about buying new cars. I've never done it, but I guess they probably give you like maybe 3 to 5 years or something, try to pay it off. If you're doing that, before you pay that car off, there's a good chance something major is going to happen, especially with some of these new cars. A lot of the new cars is experimental anyway, right? When you buy a new car, you're buying an experiment. Like, you are the test dummy. You're you know what I mean? And I mean, I hate to say it, but it's true. It's like, or you could just buy cars with a track record, used cars with a track record that it's like known that these cars go 300,000-400,000 miles. Like, I have a habit. I know the good cars, and sometimes I buy cars that are not so good. I bought a couple Chryslers that did not really work out too good, and I should have known better. But I've done it anyway, and then they broke or whatever. But thankfully, I don't have a lot of money in those, right? Because I pretty much buy cars at the bottom. I like to buy cars $2,000-3,000 in most cases, and you really can't lose much at that point unless you're going to sink a bunch of money into the car. But even then, you could do that how many times? 50,000, and you're like, yeah, but it's a new car. Well, that's the trade-off, right? You want the new car, I guess you got to pay for it. So anyway, what do you think of this? Are new cars too expensive? Do you think new cars are too expensive? I think they are. Obviously, I think that something could be done with this that's a little bit different. Maybe people are demanding too much luxury. But see, I don't really think that's the case, because with the technology, they have the screens. We've talked about the screens. I like knobs. I like the old school, whatever. The screens, I think it's a distraction. I think it's also cheap. It looks cheap and cheesy. And it is cheap. It turns out, like, I mean, it's kind of like it's like a hack where, you could put everything into the screen, I'm not gonna get into the technical details. I'm not a technical genius. It's just like, I feel like it's kind of a hack, right? It's a way to not have to design the knobs and the buttons and stuff. But the thing is, like, all that stuff already exists. It would be easy to build a car. I mean, I'll say easy, but it would be doable to build a vehicle that was that could be reliable based on like engines that have a good track record, transmissions that have a good track record, control systems that have a good track record. You see where I'm going with this, right? You could pretty much just like recreate like a better version of you know, like the 2003 Honda or Toyota Camry, for example, or a 90s Honda, or you know, whatever, pretty much any Toyota from that era. You get what I'm saying, right? And even a lot of GMs. I mean, look, my Pontiac, it has electrical problems right now, and I'm having to fix that. But like the 3800 engine that's in it, the V6 engine, 3.8, is great, dude. Like, I've never had a problem with the engine. I mean, there's a couple little things here and there that they could have done better, probably, that you have to fix, that you have to work on. But I mean, in general, that car's got 300,000 miles on it, original engine. You could use that engine and then just like work around some different and modify things that are just to make them better, right? You see, I think this could be done. I don't know why they're not really, I think I have an idea of why they're not doing that, but yeah, this whole like progress, building new cars better, blah, blah, blah. It's kind of a, I think it's a narrative that's spun around the whole industry to, I don't know, get more money out of people. I'm not sure. I just think that people would sell more, the car companies would sell more units if the price was a little bit lower. And there are cars that are affordable, more affordable than that. But see, even the affordable ones, they're like 20, 25, 30,000. I mean, you're still approaching half of the average income. And then there's people that don't make that average income too. There's people that lower, you know, and so, I don't know, man. Let me know what you think in the comments. I just thought that was wild how expensive cars are today. You know, I personally would not be buying a new car. I would not be trying to make payments on a car, and if I did have to make payments on a car, I'd probably try to keep it like under $10,000 for the car. Not financial advice, but you know, at least then you get a try. You could choose a vehicle that's been known to be good for, you know, however many miles, and kind of get an idea what you're getting. But hey, that's just me. I'll catch you guys on the next one. I'm gonna call it right now, and I'll see you there.